I funded my parents' dream vacation, but they chose my sister's family instead. Their message, "You're not worth it." I posted my charity event photos online. Their furious texts arrived in minutes. "I'm Grace Mitchell, 34, and this is how my family broke my heart, but also how I found my strength. I'm an event planner in San Francisco, crafting charity galas that raise millions. My office in the financial district is a whirlwind. Mood boards taped to the walls, a coffee cup with a smudged logo, and a window framing the city's foggy skyline. Last year, I landed a big contract, $50,000 in my pocket, and decided to spend it all on a dream vacation for my parents, Linda and Robert. Growing up in our modest Oakland home, I was never their favorite. That was my sister, Hannah, 37, married with 2 kids, their perfect daughter. I thought this gift would make them see me, maybe love me a little more. I was wrong, and it hurt like hell, but it also set me free. Hannah was always the golden child. Mom, 60, a retired seamstress, paid her mortgage, gushed over her kids. Dad, 62, a former mechanic, called her our pride. They funded her vacations, her car, everything. Me? I got, "Grace, you're fine." I paid for college at SF State with late-night bartending, built my career alone, and thought my hustle would earn their respect. My apartment in Noe Valley is small, creaky floors, a thrift store couch, a view of the city's twinkling hills. I'd helped them plenty. $5,000 for their electric bill, $4,000 for Dad's heart monitor after his scare. Family, you know? You give, even when it stings. Then came the idea for the vacation. I planned a 10-day Europe trip. Paris, Rome, London, 5-star hotels, private tours, business class flights, all $50,000 of my own money. I pictured Mom's smile, Dad's rare laugh. I told them over coffee at their kitchen table in Oakland, the same chipped formica from my childhood. "Mom, Dad, it's my treat," I said, grinning, passing them the itinerary. Mom teared up, her hands shaky. Dad hugged me, his flannel rough. "That's amazing, Grace," he said. I felt seen, maybe loved. I booked everything: suites with Eiffel Tower views, wine tastings in Tuscany, museum passes for the British Museum. Hannah even texted, "Wow, Grace, they're lucky." I ignored the knot in my chest. Family, right? You sacrifice. A week before the trip, Mom called. I was in my office sketching a gala layout, post-its everywhere. "Grace," she said, her voice off, "we're tweaking the plans." Tweaking? Hannah's family's coming instead, not you. My pen froze. Hannah, her husband, her kids? "They need a break," Mom said. "You're busy." I blinked, my throat tight. "I paid $50,000, I said, my voice cracking. "For you." She sighed like I was a bother. "Don't be dramatic." Then my phone pinged, Dad's text, "You're not worth it. Hannah's family deserves this." The words burned, like a slap I hadn't seen coming. I checked the travel portal, hands trembling. My name was gone, replaced with Hannah's family. They'd rebooked it with my money. I sat at my desk, the fog creeping in outside, San Francisco's hum distant. I called Mom back, my heart pounding. She answered, cold as ice. "Grace, you're fine on your own. Hannah needs us more." Fine? I'd poured my soul into this, paid their bills, bought Mom's new fridge, $2,000, and now replaced by Hannah, who'd never chipped in. I wanted to scream, cancel the trip, but I froze. I let them go, hoping they'd see what I'd given. It was stupid, but I wasn't ready to cut them off. Not yet. I called Jessica Lane, my best friend since we met, planning a college fundraiser. She's an influencer with 2 million followers, always real with me. "Grace, what's going on?" she asked, her voice warm. I spilled it. The trip, Dad's text, Hannah. My voice shook. Angry 1 second, hurt the next. "They don't get to crush you," Jessica said, fierce. "Show the world what you're made of. Go big." I stood in my apartment, the city's lights flickering outside, my couch sagging under me. Go big? The idea sparked, but it scared me too. I'd spent years chasing their love, and they'd thrown it away. Could I really fight back? I didn't sleep that night, the hum of bars and streetcars keeping me restless. That $50,000 was my heart, and they'd tossed it aside. Jessica's words stuck. Go big. I wasn't out for blood, but for truth. They'd hurt me in private with that text. I'd respond in public, with my life. The trip went on without me. Hannah's Instagram lit up. Eiffel Tower, Coliseum, Big Ben, her kids grinning in the suites I'd paid for. Family adventure of a lifetime, she captioned. Not a word about me or my $50,000. Comments poured in. What a trip. Linda, you're the best. Best? I'd funded every flight, every hotel. Aunt Nancy's heart emoji stung. She'd sent me Christmas cookies last year. Cousin Kate wrote, Hannah's so lucky. Lucky? I blocked them, my chest burning, the fog thick outside my window. They'd made me the fool. Mom called while I was prepping a gala, pinning table layouts in my office, the smell of printer ink sharp. I stepped into the hall, my stomach nodding. Grace, she said, her voice sharp, we need $10,000, trip extras. Extras? I paid $50,000, I snapped, leaning against the wall. For you, not Hannah. She huffed. Don't be petty, it's for family. Family? I'd paid their electric bill, bought Dad's heart monitor. No, I said, my voice hard. I'm done. She gasped. You're ungrateful. The call ended. Ungrateful, I'd given everything, and they'd given me a text. You're not worth it. Rumors spread fast. Aunt Nancy texted, why ruin your parents' trip? Uncle Tom called me selfish. Mom had twisted it. I was the jealous sister, sabotaging their happiness. Happiness I'd paid for. A client, Claire Evans, gave me a look at a venue walkthrough. Heard about family stuff, you okay? My throat tightened. Their lies were creeping into my work, my name. I called Jessica, pacing my office, the skyline dull. They're trying to destroy me, I said, my voice shaky. She grinned over FaceTime. They won't. Go viral, Grace. Use your gala, your power. Make it loud. I nodded, slow. She was right. I wasn't nothing, not anymore. I found Mark Sullivan online, a lawyer who handled financial disputes. We met at a cafe in the Mission District, sunlight pouring in, the hum of espresso machines steadying me. I told him everything. The vacation, Dad's text, Mom's $10,000 demand. Mark's eyes narrowed, his coffee untouched. You paid $50,000? No contract? I nodded. Just trust. He leaned in. You can sue for misuse. That was your gift, not theirs to reassign. Sue? It felt big, scary, but also right. Start with protection, he said, and they'll push harder. He got to work. I texted David Lee, a big donor for my gala. Huge event soon, I said. He replied, I'm in. I called Claire Evans, my top partner. Charity gala's going big, I said. She was on board. A plan was forming. Then they came harder. Hannah and Dad showed up at my office, no warning. Hannah in a designer scarf, Dad in a faded jacket, his face stern. Grace, Hannah said, smirking, leaning on my desk. You messed up. We need $20,000. You bailed on the trip. Bailed? I paid for it, I said, my voice tight, shoving a stack of gala invites aside. Dad cut in. You ruined our vacation. Pay up, or we'll tell everyone you're a fraud. Fraud? My blood boiled. You stole my gift and gave it to her, I snapped, standing. Hannah shrugged. You're just jealous, always have been. Jealous of her freeloading. I slammed my desk. Get out! They left, Hannah's scarf trailing, Dad muttering. That night, Mom emailed. Subject, family duty. She said I'd wasted $50,000 by not going, owed $20,000 for damages. Damages? It was my gift. I forwarded it to Mark. They're desperate, he said. No case, but we'll be ready. I couldn't sleep. The city's lights blinking outside my apartment, my couch feeling too small. They weren't just ungrateful. They were greedy, using my gift to prop up Hannah's ego. I checked my bank account, my savings safe. But for how long? Mark called days later, his voice sharp. "Grace, we found something big." My pulse spiked. "What?" he explained. Hannah had used my name to sign a $25,000 contract for a fake charity fundraiser. Mom approved emailing the client. Grace is behind it. They'd pocketed the deposit, trashed my reputation. Mark had proof, contracts, emails, bank records, a text from Hannah to her husband. Grace's name's our free ride. I felt sick, my hands trembling. They'd taken my money, my trust, my name. I needed more. I called Uncle Paul, Dad's brother, the one relative who hadn't turned on me. We met at a bar by the Embarcadero, waves lapping, the air salty. "Grace," he said, stirring his drink, "your parents are broke. Hannah's husband's business is failing. They want your money to save it." My jaw tightened. Save it? With my savings? "Linda's obsessed with Hannah's family," Paul sighed. "They think you'll fold." I thanked him, my mind spinning. Hannah wasn't just favored, she was their leech, and they thought I'd keep paying. I sat in my office, the fog thick outside, my gala plans spread across my desk. Jessica stopped by, her laptop glowing. "They're done," she said, fierce. "You've got evidence? Go nuclear." I nodded, a mix of nerves and fire. "I'm ready, but it's gotta shine." Mark was prepping a lawsuit. I planned my charity gala, grand hotel A-list guests, my truth in the spotlight. They'd sent that text to bury me. I'd show the world who I was. The gala was set for a grand hotel in Nob Hill, crystal chandeliers casting soft light, velvet drapes framing the city's glow. I invited the best: Jessica, David Lee, Claire Evans, Aunt Nancy, Uncle Paul, cousins who'd stayed quiet. The invite sparkled. "Join us for hope and impact." I didn't invite Mom, Dad, or Hannah. They'd feel it soon enough. Mom texted that morning, "Grace, let's talk." I ignored it. Hannah posted another Paris photo. "Family first." I smirked, cold. Their clock was ticking. Guests arrived at sunset, San Francisco's skyline shimmering. Jessica stunned in gold, her camera ready. David clapped my shoulder, proud. Claire mingled, her smile radiant. The vibe was electric. Champagne flowed, laughter echoed, anticipation thick. I wore sapphire blue, feeling bold, like I was claiming my space. Uncle Paul pulled me aside, his flannel out of place among the glitz. "Grace, I'm sorry about your parents." I nodded. "Just watch." I grabbed my phone, snapped a photo with Jessica and David, chandeliers gleaming behind us, posted it on Instagram. Grateful for those who value me, families who you choose. Then in a story, I shared Dad's text, "You're not worth it." No names, just truth. I hit post. The internet roared. Within minutes, my phone was chaos. Mom's texts, furious, "Grace, how dare you shame us?" Dad raging, "Delete it now, you're ruining us." Hannah commented, "Stop playing victim, Grace. Grow up." I didn't flinch. Notifications surged. Jessica's followers shared my story. David's network piled on. "Who says that to their kid?" one wrote. "Grace is a legend," another said. Aunt Nancy commented, "I'm ashamed of Linda." Uncle Paul posted, "Grace, you deserve better. I'm sorry." The internet turned on them. My truth was loud, just like Jessica had said. Mark called mid-gala. "Grace, we're suing Hannah. That $25,000 fake contract? Ironclad case." I grinned, the crowd buzzing around me. "Go for it." He'd found more. Emails from Mom to Hannah. "Use Grace's name, she won't fight." A client's complaint proving the fraud. I told Jessica over champagne. She raised her glass. "To justice." David overheard, laughing. "Your sister's toast, Grace." The gala pulsed on, my silent auction raising thousands. I stood by it, free, the weight gone. They'd tried to bury me with that text. I'd risen, brighter than ever. 6 months later, my world's bigger. My event business is booming. I've planned galas for UNICEF, Red Cross, pulling in global donors. Magazines call me a visionary. Hannah's life fell apart. Her husband's business tanked, creditors swarmed. She sold her designer scarves, moved to a cheap apartment. Mom and Dad sold their SUVs, scraping by in a tiny condo. They sent letters pleading, "We were wrong," Mom wrote. I didn't reply. They chose Hannah for that trip. I chose myself at that gala. I bought a new apartment in Russian Hill, all open skies and bay views, with a cozy nook for my books. On the wall, I framed a photo from the gala. Me, Jessica, David, laughing under chandeliers. It's not just a moment. It's my win. I posted it. Family honors you, doesn't use you. Messages flooded in. Donors, friends, people who'd been hurt like me. You gave me courage, one wrote. Jessica threw a housewarming party with cheap Prosecco and loud music. We danced, toasted to chosen family. San Francisco sparkled below, mine to claim. I don't hate them. They thought I'd fade. I didn't. That $50,000 was my heart, and they threw it away. That post was my truth, and it set me free. When their texts came pouring in, I knew I wasn't their daughter anymore. I'm Grace Mitchell, star of my own story, and I'm just getting started.